It is August and it is hot here, as I'm sure it is for a lot of you watching this. But that's not what this video is about. Hi everybody, it is time for me to go over my no-buy for the month of July 2023, give you how it went, my empties, etc., etc. I am on a year-long no-buy in 3 categories: beauty, stationery, and food delivery. That's the one I always stumble on. Both in terms of what to call it and in terms of actually sticking to my no-buy, but we'll get into that. If you would like more information on the no-buys, rules and all of that, I'll leave the playlist linked down below where you can go check out all of the previous videos in this series. But in the meantime, let's talk about kind of July overall first. July was a really busy month for me. Really, really busy. Jess and I went on our 10th anniversary weekend. The kids were gone for a week with my sister. My mother-in-law was in town for a week. Our friend was in town for several days. And when we weren't doing those things, we were either getting the house ready for company or we were basically languishing in the heat, as well as trying to get what work we could done in between all of these things going on. Because of that, I don't think I had a lot of opportunity to even want to shop. So I think in a lot of ways it was easier this month than maybe I expected. I also didn't create a ton of art this month or really get into my planners all too much this month. And when I did, it was a lot of pen only. So I didn't use up a lot of stuff either, as we're gonna see. It's just been it's been a lot. And this month, August, is going to be the same way. I have my sister and brother-in-law coming for a week, my father-in-law and his girlfriend coming for a week. RJ's going back to school. Sunny's getting ready to start community college. There's just a lot. And so I think in some sense, being on a no-buy is nice because then with all the money I have to spend with house guests and back to school and all of that, maybe it makes it a little easier to not spend money on other things because of the no-buy. But then on top of that, I'm not even really having a lot of time to emotionally shop because I'm too busy. So I guess that's a good thing, right? The big fear I have coming up this month is back to school stuff. However, both kids are older, and so it's not quite as intense of a back to school shopping experience as long as I can kind of let them get what they need, maybe even just stay out of the stationery aisle altogether. I guess we'll have to see. But in the meantime, let's talk about each category and how things went, and we'll start with beauty. For the most part, I didn't even think about getting other stuff this month. I didn't wear much makeup. This is one of 3 times I think I've even put on makeup. Even when we went to the fancy dinner in Estes Park for our anniversary, I didn't put any makeup on because it was just too fucking hot, man. Sunscreen and skincare, and that's about fucking it. I did comb through my hair and everything, and honestly, the products I went through this month kind of go into this, right? This is my low maintenance girl season, if you will. My low maintenance 43-year-old lady season, if you will. However, there was one time I came very close to breaking my beauty no-buy, and that was when we had to go into Ulta to get some things for Sunny. Sunny had gone to San Francisco for a week in June and had left most of their makeup there when they were coming back. It was a rush to get packed, I guess, and their friend's going to mail it all back. But in the meantime, Sunny, who really enjoys doing very extreme and I would say cartoonish. I'm really not trying to sound like I'm talking down on it. It's hard to explain. A lot of kind of clown inspired makeup and very exaggerated stuff, and they have a lot of fun with it. And so we went to the store to get them a few things so that they could have some makeup to wear when they went out, but things that would still fit with the rest of their stuff when it arrived. And when we were doing that shopping, believe you me, I was looking at some stuff for Cindy, but didn't buy anything for me. It was all for Sunny. So I managed to make it through that, and I really wanted to do some shopping because I realized I haven't bought new makeup all year for the most part, except for powder when I ran out. I want some new eyeshadows, but I don't need any new eyeshadows. So anyhow, so that went well. Let me show you what I've got for empties. As I said, most of what you'll see is part of my whole low maintenance summer. I went through another Aveeno body wash, bought another one. This is the lightly scented green one, and the one I got is the lavender one. It just depends on which one they have at the store. But I want to make sure to get the big one because I go through a lot of it, and the one with the pump. For dry shampoo, this shit is expensive. It is $26. And I wanted to try something cheaper. But I have run into, with almost every dry shampoo I have tried, not liking it. This is one of the few I have liked, and so it was worth spending the money for me. However, when I was with my sister last year, she had the Kristen S dry shampoo, and because I didn't bring my dry shampoo, I borrowed hers, and I liked it okay. So I decided, well, that's $15. So I will buy that to replace this, give it a try, see how we feel about it. So that's what I'm replacing this one with, and I will report back after I've used it up. But yeah, this one's up. And then I ran out of my usual pricey, bougie, necessaire deodorant. I seem to go through one of these maybe once a month. I just replaced it with the same one because it is the only natural deodorant that doesn't make me smell like a dirty hippie. I have been trying to go for non-antiperspirants just because I'm in kidney failure. It seems like the safe way to go. And I don't get super sweaty. And in the summer, even when I do get super sweaty, regular antiperspirant doesn't do anything for me. I just want to smell good. And thus far, with as hot as it's been, like up to almost the hundreds here in Colorado, it has worked pretty well so far. So I am still enjoying this and paying the fucking money for it that makes me cringe just a skosh. However, much like the dry shampoo, I am trying something different with my sunscreen, and I have been using this glow screen from Supergroup, like a girl band, rock and roll. The I can't even say it. Supergoop glow screen has been my favorite sunscreen for quite some time now. I love it because it works well under my makeup. I love it because without makeup, it gives me a nice kind of glowy finish, and it works real well for me. And it actually takes me a long time to use up one of these bottles, and it's not a huge bottle. It's 1.7 fluid ounces. I finally used this up, and I was able to get my hands on the e.l.f. What is it called? It's a dupe. You guys told me about it. I believe it's called the e.l.f. Skin Sun Touchable Whoa Glow. And so that's the one I got, which is less than half the price. It's, I think, almost $40 for a bottle of this, and it's like $15 for a bottle of the e.l.f. I'm wearing it today. It's only the first time I'm wearing it under makeup, and we'll see how it goes. So far, I'm liking it, but if it works and I can find it, then that might be my new one, because I will totally save, you know, more than $20 on my fucking sunscreen, especially because I need to wear it every day because it's fucking sunscreen. So those are all my beauty doubles, my beauty empties. Fuck, I am really struggling with the English today. As for stationery, like I said in the intro, I did not spend a lot of time in my planner this month. I did set it up, except for I think 1 week where I didn't. 99% of the time, it was just pen and marker because I have just been so overwhelmed, and I'm trying to start reincorporating work back into my planner. So stickers kind of make it a little difficult because there's, you know, only so much room, and I'm trying to juggle it. However, so because of that, I didn't even think about buying other shit this month. I really can be fully honest and say it didn't even cross my goddamn mind. Except for the one thing I did buy for work, which we'll talk about when I get to that budget. But other than that, I have been pretty much just like, nope. And I have even been able to scroll and get ads and just go right past them. My priorities and everything have been in such a wildly different place that the thought of buying planner shit has just been, it's not even been there. When it comes to art supplies, I also haven't been making a ton of art, and a big part of that is that last month I finished, in June, I finished my Fuckery Flowers Series 3, more on that to come. But because of that, often when I finish a big art project like that, it takes me a good few weeks before I really feel up to making art again. I need to like decompress. And so because of that, not only did I not use up art supplies, I didn't even really feel like using art supplies. I'm going to get right back into them this month, but we'll see how that goes. I did have some empties though. Well, 2 sticker sheets got used up, and that was actually from a live plan with me where I was trying to put as many stickers as I possibly could on my planner spread while it's still being usable. So I used up 2 from a group of like 4 or 5 sheets, I think it was. No, it was like 6 because it was from like 3 different kits. But I managed to use up quite a bit. So that's pretty cool. And then finally we have food delivery. Now, last month we talked about how I was struggling because we've been doing dialysis at all sorts of different times, which interfered with when I would be cooking. And so we did DoorDash more often than I wanted to. Well, this past month, I only think I did it once, and I'm okay with that because it was a day where it was like really necessary because of how dialysis fell. But the biggest reason we didn't is because with all the company we've had in town and going on all the vacations and stuff we've been doing, we've eaten out a whole bunch. So that doesn't really help when it comes to saving the money, but I'll take it. I'm still really working, and once the school year starts again, I think we'll be able to get into a much better rhythm. That I found is that the summer becomes real difficult because we haven't even done dialysis for 6 months yet, have we? Might almost be 6 months. Wait, at home, coming home. We came home at the beginning of February. It's February, March, April, May, June, July. We are now at 6 months of doing dialysis from home, and about half of that was when RJ was in school, and the other half, maybe a little less, was during the summer. And I've now discovered I actually prefer the school year because having RJ go to school gives me a natural time to really set dialysis up around. Left to my own devices, I will sleep in. And that just makes things hard because then Jesse has to juggle his meetings. My willpower is not the greatest. So I think that as a result of getting back to a regular schedule, once the school year starts this month, hopefully that means that I will also get back onto a regular dialysis schedule, which will impact how often I cook. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm not hating on myself because it was better than last month, and that was what I was hoping for. All right, let's talk about my work budget. For those of you who don't know, I give myself $100 each month to purchase things for review for the channel. By giving myself this budget, it gives me room to buy things to review while still keeping myself within a very specific set of boundaries. This last month, I bought the thing I knew I was going to buy this month. It was the one thing I went and looked for as soon as July hit and it opened up, and that is the Sterling Ink planner. I ordered one of she had a whole bunch of sizes. I don't even remember. I think I ordered the Hobonichi Weeks type one because I thought that that would be an interesting one to review in the fall. I won't actually be reviewing this one until it ships. It's sometime in like September or October, so I'm not holding myself to a specific time frame for reviewing this because it's a pre-order. But I did order that, spent $46 on it, which left me with $54 in my budget. So go me for that. As for any outstanding things, I did review the Kelzuki planner this past month, so go check that out if you haven't already. It really is an interesting planner compared to a lot of the other ones I've reviewed. So just, it's different. Go check it out. Anyway, so I'm caught up on that, and I'm excited to review the Sterling Ink, but I don't have it much to review in the next couple of months until that shows up, so give me your suggestions down below. That is how my no-buy went for this last month. I think it went pretty well, but like I said, I don't think it went pretty well because I'm so amazing at being on the no-buy. I think it went pretty well because I was too fucking distracted. So once we get through August, which is going to be another month like July, when we get to September, then we'll see how I came out of this summer. But in the meantime, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Besides any planners you'd like me to take a look at, if you are on a no-buy, how has it been going? Let me know. Give me all the gossip, the hot goss, the 411, because I'm a cool mom. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, friends, peace.